Hi. I don't know about you, but I've had a really challenging time during COVID-19. I used to be out at a lot of different events, conferences, concerts, networking things, hockey games, and COVID-19, we're stuck at home, and it's been a little bit challenging. The one thing that has kept me really sane is my nightly interviews with fascinating people. And I don't know if you've watched any of them. I hope you've caught one or two of them over the last year, because I've interviewed over 300 people, 250 episodes, and it's been just a real pleasure for me to meet some really interesting people and to be able to the extent you're interested, share them with you. So I wanted to give you sort of an outlook of this week. I've got some fascinating people, and we focused on COVID-19 and we focused on the U.S. election and some other issues, and so this is a week that we talk about things a little bit different. The first is tonight, Monday. I've got a duo that have opened up an organization called the Academy of Business Communications, and they talk about employee communications and some of their secrets and some of their lessons learned and how they train people to be better communicators. And one of the answers, which I love, is the use of narrative, stories. On Tuesday, I've got a really interesting story. I've got a head of Unifor Local and the head of a corporate external reporting and environmental issues for General Motors of Canada, talking about GM's $1 billion reinvestment really, into Oshawa, to reopening the truck plant in Oshawa. And it's a fascinating conversation about how management and labor got together, and also about GM's commitment to Canada and to Oshawa. And then finally, we talk about the future for General Motors vehicles. We talk about electric and autonomous vehicles and how they could really change things fairly dramatically for all of us and change our urban landscape. So it's a really interesting conversation, and it's got something about getting together and socializing and having a drink, and that's how people can ensure that they get to the better answers in the end. On Wednesday, I've got one of the most interesting guys I've ever interviewed, a professor scientist at University of Alberta at Edmonton, who talks about a potential cure for diabetes. And over 20 years ago, he was part of a group that developed something called the Edmonton Protocol, which was a way of really putting inside your body, transplanting inside your body part of someone else's pancreas, and creating the ability to create insulin within your body. Well, now what he's got is a blood cell that he extracts from your own body, outside of your body, takes back in time and then forward in time, such that it actually creates, it's effectively a stem cell, creates part of the pancreas that will then end up creating insulin. And because it's your own cell, there's no issue of rejection from the body. Fascinating conversation, and it's fascinating what science does, and it's really an encouraging development for anyone that has been touched by diabetes themselves or in their family. On Thursday, I interview one of my favorite guys in Mississauga, Police Chief Tim Beckett, who's retiring, and he talks about the importance of community, and he talks about the importance of planning. And it's just a pleasure to chat for an hour with one of the most impressive people I've met in Mississauga. And then on Friday, I've got Melissa Shekel, who is a registered psychotherapist. She has a company called Choosing Health. And we talk about mental health issues, and we talk about relationships, and we talk about individuals, and we talk about balancing so many different factors of your life. And it's really a conversation that I needed to hear, and probably all of us, or at least a lot of us, need to hear. So that's my week this week. I talk about narrative. I talk about going for a drink with people. I talk about being inspired. I talk about community and the importance of community, and I talk about finding balance. I hope you join me. That's every night at 9:60 a.m. At 6 o'clock, or streamed online at saga960am.ca, or you can catch all of my podcasts and videocasts the day after on my Facebook or briancrombie.com. Thanks. Have a great evening.